Hi you all, this is Manisha Naran and welcome back to Leverage IELTS, brought to you by Leverage Edu, your trusted study abroad expert. In this video, you will see a band 7.5 interview with an IELTS aspirant who is all geared up to take the IELTS speaking module. Welcome to the speaking module of the IELTS test. My name is Manisha and I'm your examiner for this part of the test. I'll be recording this for marking purposes. What's your full name?
Good afternoon, my name is Preeti Dash.
What do you like to do during your holidays?
Well, often I just stay at home with my family and have a little get together with them, particularly on festivals or other big occasions. Sometimes I like to travel and plunge myself into the picturesque landscape in different regions of my country and abroad too.
Who do you usually like to spend your holiday with?
Well, honestly, it depends on what kind of holiday it is. For instance, if it's the Christmas vacation, I prefer to hang out with my friends. If it's a New Year holiday, I like to celebrate it with my family and relatives in a very cozy ambience. This past year, I couldn't travel to meet my loved ones, so I just stayed at home. Well, I don't really mind if my plans go awry. I just, go with the flow.
Do you like to travel alone or in a group?
Well, I am a people person, so I tend to enjoy traveling in a group more than traveling alone. I find it more engaging and fun to share experiences with others and get to know different perspectives and cultures.
Why are holidays important to you?
Honestly, there are several reasons. Firstly, they allow me to take a break from my daily routine and responsibilities and enjoy some leisure time. Secondly, they provide me with opportunities to explore new places, learn new things, and broaden my horizons. And well, holidays give me a chance to reconnect with my loved ones and create lasting memories.
Where would you go if you get a chance to take a holiday anywhere in the world and why?
I would choose Switzerland, hands down, especially during the Christmas time. Switzerland has always fascinated me with its breathtaking scenery, charming towns, and cultural richness. I would love to experience the festive atmosphere of Swiss Christmas markets where you can find handmade crafts, delicious food, and mulled wine, of course. I have always wanted to try skiing or snowboarding in the Swiss Alps too. So that's my perfect destination for a winter holiday where I could relax, have fun, and immerse myself in a new culture.
Alright, let me take you to part 2 now. You will have a minute to prepare and then you have to speak on the topic for 2 minutes. The question is, describe something you do to help you study or work. You should say what it is, how you learned it, when do you use it, and how do you feel about this method. Here it is.
Well, this is really tough to talk about because I find it hard to concentrate while studying. I could give you a long list of my distractors. Well, jokes apart, since this issue became frequent, I decided to mitigate the situation. I spent thousands of hours on the internet searching for that one solution. One could argue that this was a distractor too, but voila, I found the perfect one. One thing that I do to help me study or work is the Pomodoro technique. You must have heard it on the internet. It's a time management method that involves breaking down work into intervals, usually 25 minutes long, separated by short breaks. The idea here is to focus intensely during each interval and then take a restorative break to avoid burnout and improve productivity, of course. To be honest, I learned about the technique a few years ago when I was struggling with procrastination and distractions. I read about it in a productivity book and decided to give it a try. I started with a simple timer app on my phone and gradually adjusted the intervals and breaks to suit my needs. These days, I use it every single day when I work on a project. I usually set a goal for each interval and then take a 5 minutes break to stretch, hydrate, or do something enjoyable. After 4 intervals, I take a longer break for 15 to 20 minutes to recharge or do a quick exercise. Overall, I feel that the Pomodoro technique is a highly effective and flexible method for managing time and enhancing focus too. It helps me stay on track and measure my progress. Moreover, it encourages me to take care of my well being by incorporating regular breaks and self care activities. I highly recommend it to anyone who wants to improve their productivity and reduce stress.
So let's talk more about this topic. What is the difference between learning face to face with teachers and learning by yourself?
Well, there are several differences. When you learn with a teacher, you have the opportunity to ask questions, receive feedback, and interact with other learners too. The teacher can also provide a structured curriculum, additional resources, and personalized guidance based on your needs and goals. However, you may have less control over the pace and content of the lessons, and you may have to adapt to the teacher's teaching style and preferences. On the other hand, when you learn by yourself, you have more autonomy and flexibility to choose what, when, and how you want to learn. You can use a variety of materials, methods, and tools that suit your learning style and interests. But you may face more challenges in terms of motivation and self discipline too. All in all, both learning approaches have their advantages and disadvantages, and it depends on your preferences, circumstances, and goals to choose the most suitable one.
Do you like to study at home or other places?
Well, generally, I prefer to study at home as it provides me a quiet and comfortable environment that enhances my concentration and creativity. I can also control the temperature, lighting, and the sound and have access to all the materials and tools that I need, such as my laptop or my books or the essential stationery. Home is also more convenient as I can take breaks to refresh my mind and body. I have tried going to a park or a coffee shop to study, but that is just too much commotion for me. I have been meaning to try visiting a library or a museum to explore new topics and resources too. But let's see how that will turn out to be.
So that's where your speaking test ends. Thank you. This was all about the speaking module. I'll come back with more interviews so you can see what you should do and what you should not. Stay tuned for more content and don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe the channel. Hit the bell icon to make sure that you're notified of all the upcoming videos.